Hello traders. Hello traders. Can you hear me? If you're online and if you can hear me, just leave a comment below. Hello traders. Okay, he's a one and only Forex skill coach, the legend. So I tried setting up a live stream last night, and the application was kind of having issues. But currently I hope it's working well now. Okay, so let's hop straight into a VIX volatility 75 and how to analyze the markets. Okay, I'll be dropping a few strategy at the process. MEZ, you're welcome. I can see your comments. Thank you. If you're online, just leave a comment below. So when you want to analyze the markets, the first thing you want to do is to make sure you have a full screen. So you can do that by rotating your screen. So when you have rotated your screen, okay, I'll just pull this ones down. I will tell you about that strategy later, after the video, after the training. Okay, so most times I do analyze my trade even without most times I do analyze my trade without in any indicator. Alright, so I'll remove these two indicators for now. Okay, so we have a naked chart. I received a question from someone yesterday who was asking me, how do I know the trend of a market? Okay, that made me ask that question some time ago. Sometime yesterday, I asked you guys the trend of a particular market. Some failed it, some got it, but I'm sure some got it out of guessing. So number one, if you want to analyze a market, the first thing you want to do is to rotate your screen so you have a bigger screen like this, and zoom to the last. Okay, this is the very last, right? So if you're online, you can just leave a comment below. So when you have zoomed down, you zoomed your screen down to the lowest. Okay, the next thing you want to do is to go to a higher time frame. I want to remove all these things, so I will start completely afresh. So when you have gone to a higher time frame, you need to have a clean chart. Okay, a clean chart, just like mine right now. If you want to do that, you go over to your settings, go to okay, let me turn on my cursor. Okay, the settings is here, so you can click on if you click on color and white, your background will be white and black. Let me just click here, color and white. If I click down, this is what you see. Okay, so this is the normal default setting. Alright, you can see the bullish is green, the bearish is red. You have the background white, and you have the grid lines in between. You can see the little ash lines in between. So first thing you want to do, you want to make your chart look more cute and beautiful. So what you want to do right now, like mine, I always like using black on white. That's the black background. You change your grid to black so that you don't see any line at all on the background. Change your foreground to white, or you can make it green, or whichever beautiful color you want. Make your bar up. This is the color I like using. Your bar down, make it red. Your bull, make it this color, and then your bear, make it red. Click done. Okay, wait, I'm not still there yet. Wait. Green on black. Sorry, green on black. Done. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. One more time. We'll make our grid black. Bar up. This. We make our bar down red. Bull. And then bear red. Click done. Alright. Okay, if my voice is not clear enough, is due to the network. Okay, but I just hope you can hear me well. So now we have a clean chart. All right, and now we're in the 4-hour time frame. Now the next thing you want to do is to observe. Okay, we can see that without one telling us, we can clearly see that this is an uptrend. how to really identify if it's truly an uptrend is when you notice the trend line touching several places. As you can see here, it touches here 1, it touches here 2, it touches here 3, 4, it touches here 5, even 5 times. So it's completely an uptrend. When you see a lower high is an uptrend. Okay, so automatically we are in an uptrend in this market right now in this big 75. All right, now the next thing you want to do is to spot out your possible support and resistance levels. Okay, so to spot out your possible support and resistance levels, what you want to do is to use your trend line. Now, you don't just take trend lines and put it anyhow. For a trend line to be a real support, for a trend line to map out a real support level, you have to make sure it touches at least three different support levels or resistance levels. At least 3 make it real, or 2 latest. Okay, so as you can see here, it touches. Let me get an arrow. So as you can see here, we have 1, here we have 2, and we have another here 3. So this is a true support level. You want to bring out another, you want to spot out another obvious support level here. You want to spot out another support level here. As you can see here, it tested 1, here 2, and 3 here. It serves as a resistance here, 4. Okay. Now the next, we put it on the highest, which is here. It serves here 1, it serves here 2, it tests here 2, it tested here 3 times. You must make sure that line is tested at least 3 times plus for you to know is a genuine one. Let's bring out one more on the 4-hour time frame here. Oh, let's take it here. Tested here 1. Always make sure your trend line is at the tip of the trade. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 5. Here supports 6. Now you go over to the 1-hour time frame. When you go to the 1-hour time frame, you can see a bigger picture of the trend lines you have just placed in your 4-hour time frame. Okay, so after that, what you want to do is to spot out the obvious support and resistance levels again in the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so we bring out another trend line. Okay, let me bring out my arrow. Okay, with my arrow, can see almost tested here one. There's some more tests here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, is a real support, is a real resistance level. Okay, now we don't want to soil the whole chart with so much lines. Okay, so what we want to do right now is to hop straight into a lower time frame. Okay, so the first rule is you make your phone horizontal so you can see a bigger picture. Then you go on a 4-hour time frame, a higher time frame, so you can see a big picture of what's happening in the markets. Then you begin to spot out your supports and resistance levels. Now let's hop into the 30-minute time frame. Now on viewing the 30 minutes time frame, we can see more things more clearer here. And now we can see more supports and resistance levels that we need to map out. I will tell you why we are mapping out all these levels in a bit. Okay. Now at this junction, you get to notice that we have one here, one support level here, tested 1, tested 2 here, tested 3 here, supports, tested here 4, supports. And now that support has become resistance at these 2 levels here, 1 and 2. You can see the trade struggling up and down because why? Here is a support level. Okay, I remember I asked the question in my Telegram channel. I asked you guys, do you fear during trading? And in that poll, I got to understand that so many people fear during trading. Now, I will tell you one reason why you fear. You fear because you're scared of losing your money. And one thing that makes you really afraid is because of how the trend moves up and down. Like here, what you see happening here. When we go to the 1 minute time frame, you'll be able to see it clearer. Okay? So, we need to spot out one more resistance level below the current trend. Okay, this is another resistance level. Here we can see resistance here. Sorry, you can see support here. You can see support here. We can see resistance here, resistance here. These are the very important things you need to spot out so that you would know how to fight the markets. So let's go now over to 15-minute time frame. Okay, in the 15-minute time frame, we get to see things more clearer a bit, much more. Now let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, now in the 5-minute time frame, let me remove this one and add a new cursor, a new arrow for my pointing. Okay, now we're in the 5-minute time frame. Okay, we need to spot out another support and resistance level, which is here. Here now. Okay, here now is a resistance to this trend. When the trend was going up, here it became resistance and pushed it down. Okay, here is another resistance. Here was support to this area and support to this area. Here was resistance to this area. Okay, now finally let's go to the 1-minute time frame. And this is the 1-minute time frame, right? So at this junction, we have spotted out so many supports and resistance so that while we are on the course of running the trade, we would be able to know the areas where we need to look out for in the trade. Okay, so now let me bring out another arrow. So now you can see how the trade is moving here. There is a resistance line here blocking it. All right, there is a resistance line here blocking it. Okay, so now you can see the trade is pushing down back. When it pushes down back, it tries to push up again. Okay, now what you want to do is to bring out another support and resistance level here. Okay, we can place it here, place where it tests more than once. Here, tested here, support here, resistance here. Okay, now let's go over to the 5-minute time frame. Now the reason why you get scared when trading is because of the way it's moving up and down, and you're kind of like, maybe if you bought and you're kind of like wondering, is this thing gonna buy? And then suddenly you see it going down against your wish, and then you feel so scared that this thing is going down, and then you take off your trade, taking losses instead of taking profits, because you're scared if it's really because you're kind of like, you don't know if it's going to go your way, or because you saw it bearishing for a little while, and because you're not confident, you then take off the trade and you see yourself losing $1, $2, $3 until you blow your accounts. When you spot out the support and resistance levels, you can trade without fear, because your mind now tells you the meaning of this support and resistance line we have here is the trade will get to a certain level where it will bounce back, or to a certain level where it will bounce up. If you watched the video I released 2 or 3 days ago concerning how to analyze the market, I told you guys that support and resistance is like the floor and the ceiling in a house. When you bounce a ball on the floor, it gains enough gravity to go up. It gains enough strength to go up to the ceiling. And because the ceiling is a resistance, when the ball bounces on the ceiling, it turns back down to the floor. So that's what this trade is actually doing, going up and down, testing support, right? Testing support and testing resistance. Okay, for this trade to be able to push out of this level, it needs to gather enough support. All right, that's why most times you see traders, they put things like this. Wait, sometimes you see traders, they put things like this. Let me zoom out a bit. Sometimes you see traders do things like this. Let me use here as an example. They put an arrow line like this, and then they put an arrow like this. What they are trying to tell you is that they're trying to explain to you that their expectation is that the market, they're trying to explain to you that the expectation is that the market will have to go down to retest a support level and then gain strength to bounce up. You understand? So whenever you see me post those kind of photos in the Telegram channel, you should know that is what I'm explaining, okay? Because I posted a photo like that sometime, and I asked in a poll, do you understand the meaning of this picture? Some said yes, some said no. So that's exactly what I mean, okay? When you see me put like this here, now the trade is here, and I'll put it this way. Alright, I'll put it this way and then put my arrow like this. The picture is very, very small. I'm trying to map out something. And then this one like this. Okay, so when you see me do something like this, I'm trying to tell you that I'm expecting this trade to come down to retest this level and then gain strength to bounce up. So as we have observed this trade from a 4-hour time frame, we have observed the fact that it's an uptrend, right? So since it's an uptrend, we're expecting that this market should continue going up. All right, and if there will be any reason for it to go back down, we will need to figure that out by observing the market well. Okay, we have to figure that out by observing the market well, being very careful, and to make sure we prevent false breakouts. Okay, if we can look well now, we'll notice that the market is trying to break through. It's trying to break through. With time, we will see it clearly. Market is trying to break through. Now, if the market breaks through, that's when you see some people rush into the markets, which is not actually the right way to enter the trade, because sometimes it could be a false breakout. Okay, so what I do sometimes is, one, I can decide to test it to know if it's a real one, and I'll place a trade with a very low lot size, or sometimes I'll allow it to break through and retest this level, because once it breaks through, here that was a resistance level before, now becomes a new support level. And what you notice the trade go up, trying to come down, but it can't cross this line, going down again. Why? Because here has become a new resistance level. So if you notice the trade go up, come down, cross the line, and still come down, you know that is a false breakout. Okay, so you need to, for you to be sure it's not a false breakout, allow it to break out, come back a little, and retest this level. If you notice it comes down and this line prevents it from going down again, you know that it could be a new breakout. Okay, but if it does not respect this line to be its new resistance level, then you know it's a false breakout. That's how I spot my own. Some other people could spot their own either ways, but for me, that's how I do spot mine. I make sure I watch it break through. When it tries coming back down, I observe it. If I notice that it does not respect this level, which is now a new resistance, if it does not respect it, then I know it's a false breakout. Right?